Now members, in this lesson we are going to see how do we read logarithms using tables. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, you see, we have seen the part of calculating logarithms using the properties. Now we are going to apply some properties, especially on this part. But to start with, let us see how we read these logarithms in the log tables. Some people call them logarithm tables. So a logarithm has two parts, i.e. the matrix and the characteristic. Characteristic, the integer part before the decimal point and can be positive or negative. Then the matrix, integers after the decimal point and always positive. So this is always the first digit before the decimal point is what we call the characteristic. Then the matrix is this part that is following after the decimal point. Tables read logarithms of numbers with 4 significant figures. So we read only 4 significant figures. That number is not 4 significant figures, we round it off. Or its number should be in standard form. I think we have seen how to express numbers in the standard form. Let us go through some examples here. Using a table, using tables, evaluate the following. They give you now this. How do we evaluate this? We read these numbers from a table as I'm going to show you. So please get your log tables. So get your log tables and then you open where we have this one. This is mine that I'm going to use. This is my log table. And some people have the blue ones. Also you can use this. But you open, if you have these small ones, they are of this type, this one here, this type here. So if you have these ones, you can open its page, there's no page, the second page. So we are going to check, we always read logarithms of numbers, comma base 10, that's where we read. So let us read this one here. You see, you first check, it's in the standard form. Standard form will mean the first digit before the decimal point is between 1 and 10. That's how it's standard form. It has 3 significant figures, 1, 2, 3. So now we can read it using the table. So open your table and then we see what we have. Now, to tell you, I'm going to take note of this. Let me show you there. Now, when you look at this table here, always, this is our x. We are reading log to base x. Now, always, these numbers here are to 1 decimal place. So this is not 10, it's 1.0. This one is not 11, it's 1.1. Then these numbers here are always, we are missing always a decimal point. So this is 0215 is 0.0212. Then this one, if it's 1, it's having 3 zeros in front. If it's 1, 3 zeros. If there are 2, it has 2 zeros, as you are going to see. Now, our number we have there, as you see, it's 1.8. What you do, you bring out this. Now, this one in the table here is going to appear as 18. You get your paper and you cover other digits. So you are going to focus on mainly that, as you see. So this 1.8 is appearing as 18. So we read 1.8. You come here and press 1.8. Then this figure 6 is what we read here. These figures after the first 2 is our here. So we are reading 1.8 and 6. So you come here and look for your 6. When you look in this table, 1.8 and then 6, they are going to be meeting here, as you see. So the figure there is 6. 2, 6, 9, 5. But remember, say these ones they are missing a decimal point. So this will be 0.26, as you see. It will be 0.2695. This value here, it has always a decimal point before it like this. So now, there my number will be, I think you see, it's going to be 0.2695. When I come to this one is to 4 significant figures. Its value, then we are going to first, in real table, it will be 23, but it's 2.3 under 5. Then we are going to see how do we add. So now, look at this value. Mine is here, as you are going to see. So now, my table is here. Now this figure we are reading is 2.356. Now you see for it has 4 significant figures. So how do we read? You read out this one, 2.3. It's there as 23, as you see there. Then after that, you are under 5. When I come under 5, 23, under 5, you see under 5 is here. The value which is there, so the value is 371. But this one is having the last digit. This one only had it, this one is having 4. So this one is what we look in this row here, which has difference, but we are adding. So what do we add? We are adding under a 6. So when you go here, you see that the value 2.3 here under 6. You see the value which is there is 11. Under 6, I think you see it, under 6, you see it's 11. So when I show you here, it's going to be this, under 11. What we do, you get now this value here, you add on this value, because they are telling us add. I think you see this word here, add. So you get this value here, we add it to this is what we get when you add them. But this one, remember, they are having 1 decimal point there. So this one now, you get this value after adding, and it will be now, this one will put a decimal point here and a 0.3722. So my answer there is going to be 0.3722. Okay, let us come now to this one. We have 4.425. When I come to that, I think you can see it from my table here. I have this here. This is what I have, 4.422. Then you see, it means that I first get the first 2, 4.4 is here. Then I come and I read it this side. I think you see where it is. Mine, you see, it is here. It's not 44, but it's 4.4, as you see. So this 4.4, let me follow this so that you can follow properly. This 4.4 of mine, as you see the 4.4, okay, so for you will use a ruler when you are reading. So you see that my 4.4 here, I'm now under 2. Under 2, the value there is 645, as you see. The value under 2, my value under 2 is here. You see this value under 2, 4.4 under 2. So that the value which is there is under 2, 6454, as you see it there. Then we are adding under 5. So you go under 5. In that same line, under 5. So you check here, under 5. Under 5 is here. Then you move down. Under 5, you see this? Under 5 is going to be 5, as you see there. Then you get this plus this, you get this plus this, you get 9, 5, 4, 6. So now our log of the whole of this will be now, we have been adding this plus this, under 5, so you get this figure, you add it to this. So now under 5, that's what we've been doing. You get this plus this, you get 9, then that's how we add. Then you include this decimal point there. So now members, this is going to be, the whole of this is going to be 0.6459. So members, you can try out these two. When you go to these ones, we first read this note. In logarithms, negative 2 is written as 2 bar. So this is 2 bar. This negative is put up there, as you see. Then negative 1 as 1 bar. So this negative is always put above the digit. Read as 1 bar, and this one is 2 bar. So if we are adding 2 bar plus anything, we get 2 bar plus this something. Let us see now. Reading logarithms of numbers which are known in standard form. So we have seen how to convert this one to standard form. So to convert this to standard form, it's 7.4. Instead we need to shift this, the decimal point should be here. They say that the first digit should be an integer, and then the decimal point should be immediately after that digit. So now I'm going to shift this. So I'll be adding 2.4. 2.74 times 10. I have moved to the left, meaning it's going to be positive. This now when I move left, it's always positive. How many places? 1. So this will be now 1. So it means this will be now log of now the whole of this, which is going to be 2.7 times 10 power 1, 10. But remember, we said if we are multiplying, we can separate here, this property here. Hope you remember it. AC plus log of BC, the same as log ABC. If you are doing multiplying, it means that you can add. Now we are going to, from this side to this side. So I'm going to add these two. So I have log 2.7, 10, now plus log of 10 power 1, 10. 10 power 1 is the same as 10. This will be now, we come and read off this in the table. When we read off this is 2.7. So 2.7, as you see, we are not adding anything on 2.7. As you see, my 2.7 is here. You see, we are not adding, so the decimal point after that is 0. So this is the value. So it will be 0.431. So this will be 0.4314 plus. We say now log of 10 base 10, this will always be a 1. So we are adding here 1. Then you add this plus this, it will be 1.4314, and you done this. When you come to this, you see that it's not in the standard form. We need now to shift to this decimal point here. So this will be now log, this one we shift it to that so that this one comes here, it will be the same as log 10. Now this will be 7.23 times 10. We said if you move to the right, the power is negative. So this is, we have moved only 1. This is going to be negative 1, like that. Let's press this, the standard form, so that this figure is like that. Then we separate. This will be now log 7.23, 10, then plus log of 10 power negative 1, 10. Now here, look at the log. We say if you have log of a power n, b, the same as n log of a, b. Then this will be, read off this value, then plus negative 1 times log 10, 10. I use this property to lower this power here. So this power comes here to be negative 1. But we said all of this will be a 1, as you can see. Let us calculate this value, 7. Now that one is on the second page. You see that this page here is ending on 54. Then you open the other side. That's when you'll be having the 7.2. So 7.2 is here, mine is here. So you see that 7.2, it's here. So I'm adding what? I'm adding 7.2 is here. So read the first two. 7.2 is here. I'm adding under 3. So it's that under 3. I mean under 7.2 under 3. You see this is the value here. The value here we have now is, this is the value here, as you see when I put on ink here. 7.2 under 3. This is the value here. We are not having anything to add on because there are 3 significant figures. So this is the value I'm going to use. So now this would be 0. We said it's under this 0.8591. So this one we say log 10, 10 is a 1. From here, so this will be now 0.8591, then plus a negative 1. But the same, a negative 1 is written as 1 back. Okay. Negative 1 times 1, which is this. So which will be 0.8591 plus 1 bar, which we write as 1 bar, 0.8591. If you add this, this is what you get when you add a bar, and that's what we get. Alright. Okay. Now this one is not too You see, there has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 significant figures. You see, tables range to 4. What we do, we first now round off this one. So our 1, 8, 3, 4, 7 will be now 1, 8, 3, now 5. We are giving it now to 4 significant figures. Now after this, we now have log 1, 8, 3, 5, less 10. Now write it in the standard form, which will be log of 10. Now we shall say 1, 2, 3. 1.8, 3, 5, times 10 power 3. We are going to the left. Then we separate that. This will give us, we separate. We have now, we separate log of 1.8, 3, 5, 10, then plus, this will be log of 10 power 3, 10. This is going to come here, then read off this in the table. 1.835. So if I get my table and I show you the value we want there, as you see, this is the value here. My value here is, we need first of all 1.8. So our 1.8 is here. The value we are reading is 1.835. So our 1.8 is here, as you see. 1.8 is here, under 1.8 is here, under 3. So under 3, you see the value we have is there. So this value under 3 is 2, 6, 2, 5. The value under, the value under 3. Under 3 is the value under 3. The value under 3 is here. 2, 6, 2, 5. This is the value. Then you see that we are adding under 5. So you move under 5. Under 5 in this row. Under 5 it's here 12. I think we see the value is 12. Under 5 here. The value is 12. So we add here 12. When we add there 12, what we get is 7, 3, 6, 2. This is the value I get when I add under 12. So meaning the log of 1.835 then will be 0.2637. When we add, then we don't always forget to put a decimal point before this, and this is what we shall be having. So this is the value I have. The value I'm having is 0.2637. Then plus this will be 3. Log of 10, base 10, and this is 1. So we add this to this, we shall be adding 3.2637. That will be the value. So that's how we handle these numbers. I think now you can try out this in your free time. This one here. I wish you the best.